Sunil, who do you think is the most improved player this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, this one by far is going to be Aziz Al-Shair. And the reason why, I just think that, he's somebody who came in pretty much under the radar. I don't think anybody was really looking at him as any type of impact player, especially when you have linebackers like, Warner and Dre Greenlaw. And, when Dre got hurt, there was a real big question mark as who's going to step up and who's going to play. Aziz not only stepped up, but there were people thinking that maybe he could replace Dre Greenlaw, right? And when Dre got healthy, that maybe he wasn't going to come just in and be a starter because of how well Aziz played. I mean, his ability to, make plays behind the line of scrimmage, his tackling, his spy on the running backs, like he really, I think, helped the defense in much of the same way how Elijah Mitchell was able to do when Mostert went down. I think Aziz was that important because you didn't miss a beat. And the way that this defense is set up, linebackers have a lot of responsibility when it comes to coverage, when it comes to, run stopping. They pretty much are much like the safeties. They play all over the place and kind of are the erasers for any mistakes that might be there. And I think Aziz really stepped up and proved that, he's somebody who, I know he's a free agent this offseason. He's somebody who, might be out there where a team's looking for him. And, hopefully the 49ers could bring him back. If not, tender him with something where they could get some good value, if he does go off in free agency.
Yeah, he's special. And I think he got thrown in the mix. And not only did he survive, but he thrived, especially that first game he was in. And then, it seemed like not only was the stage not too big for him, it seemed like that he was getting, better and more instinctive at the game. More he played. You know what I mean? Which is scary when you're an offense and you've got this guy who's supposed to be the backup and you don't know if he's better than the guy he was replacing because he just, you might get one thing on him, but he remembers.
Right.
And he puts that mental note in there and the next time you're not fooling him. So you got him once, but that's the only time you're going to get him on that play the rest of the game. You're not getting him out of place anymore. So he was crucial. You could almost take any, I would say you're right with the first place. And I would say, a second would be almost anybody on the second string of that defensive line.
Right.
All those guys came up with, a couple sacks each, you know what I mean? And the sacks came at pivotal times in games. You know what I mean? They showed up big when they needed to. They were, truly so. I just want to thank all those gentlemen on the D-line for having our backs this season and taking care of things.
Yeah, E. Kim put a good one too, Jauan Jennings. He definitely, stepped up.
That's no lie.
Yeah, so, I mean, Jauan Jennings definitely improved, but I think once again, just like Aziz, maybe these guys were just that good. They just never got an opportunity because of the people that were ahead of them. And now when they got an opportunity, they were able to use a word that you just used, thrive. And I think that both of these guys are restricted free agents, I think. And 49ers are going to have to make some decisions. I think you try to bring both of these guys back because of the impact that they had, this whole season.
I think you do everything you can to bring them back. Well, obviously, if it's not, taken away from you signing like Debo or Lincoln, you know what I mean? Like those guys, it's to be able to fall back on any one of those gentlemen or have them out on the field at any moment in time. You're feeling a lot better about your situation. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you can go
ahead.
It's almost like you can just forget about the middle of the field. You know what I mean? Like you just, it's taken care of. Every once in a while there's going to be a little something or other, but for the most part, you know what I mean? You can worry about everything else because the middle of that field is covered.